So the Houston Rockets have tied down their 22-year-old guard Kevin Porter Jr. to a new 4-year, $82.5 million contract extension. And in my opinion, this is the best possible contract the Rockets could have negotiated with KPJ, and is a massive dub. But before I get into why I feel like this contract is so good, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. So the details of this contract is only $15.86 million are guaranteed, and that's all in the first year. And this is mainly because of the off-court issues he's had in previous years. Not really per se in Houston, but I guess the Rockets are just trying to protect themselves from any future issues. But this contract is perfect because realistically, he's going to have to meet certain dates in which the contract becomes fully guaranteed. For example, there may be a June date in every single year where after this point the contract is guaranteed, and if they waive him before that date, let's say something happens, which I hope not, they won't have to pay him a further dime after that first year, so it'll just be gone. So from the Rockets standpoint, when it comes to safety, this contract does make a lot of sense. When it comes to KPJ's talent, you've got an absolute steal. Bearing in mind someone like RJ Barrett's getting paid $30 million a year, and in my opinion KPJ has a higher ceiling, and as a player right now, I'm taking Kevin Porter Jr. over RJ Barrett. He's basically getting paid half of Barrett's contract, and barely any of it's guaranteed. So I genuinely feel like Kevin Porter Jr.'s production last season did kind of impact this, because he had a solid season, but he may not have taken the leap we expected him to take, with averages of 15.6 points per game, 6.2 assists, 4 rebounds on 37.5% from 3 and 42% from the field. Solid splits, but I did anticipate him to maybe become closer to a 19 and 8 guy. Maybe I'm reaching, but I thought he'd take that leap, because that first year in Houston, after he was coming from the G League and after he got released from the Cavs, he looked amazing. But it's all good. Kevin Porter Jr. is still developing at a fine rate, and even last season, he's still adjusting to the point guard position, because that was his full season as a point guard, and he did a fine job. He obviously had some times where he was struggling, but towards the end of the season he definitely got his stuff together. But overall, I just feel like this contract is amazing for the Houston Rockets. And if you look at market value around the league, a lot of guys with Kevin Porter Jr.'s ability are getting paid way more. So from this standpoint, the Rockets really did get a steal. And furthermore, you've locked up your backcourt for many years to come. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see the JG KPJ link up for a long time, and I'm all here for it because they're just starting to grow and look better and better game by game. So I'm definitely excited to see what this season brings. But just to touch on this contract a little bit more, from KPJ's standpoint, I do feel like he's taking a massive gamble, because to have a contract worth $82 million and only $15 million really being guaranteed, that's a massive risk. But it kind of shows the trust they have in each other, and I'm pretty sure that KPJ is going to encounter no further issues, and it's going to be a great piece to this Rockets team. So yeah, both sides have got looked after, in my opinion. The Rockets are looked after just in case anything happens, and they're going to be paying KPJ a lot of money if he does continue his play and he stays out of trouble off the court, which I'm sure he will. So both sides are really looked after in the financial department. And overall, after the situations the Rockets have had with John Wall, I'd want to protect myself financially where possible, so it totally makes sense. And I'm glad that this extension is out of the way, so the Rockets and KPJ can now move forward, and they can look forward to this season ahead, in which great things are to come. Because if I'm being honest right now, if you got KPJ and JG as the backcourt, you've got Tari Easton and Jabari Smith Jr., you've got a very, very solid 4 there who could genuinely be future stars and all-stars. So yeah, I'm really looking forward ahead, tunnel vision for this season, and I'm sure the Rockets can be a very, very great team. It is unfortunate that the season when Wembanyama might become available, well, is becoming available, the Rockets are really good, but hey, everything happens for a reason, and I'm sure the Rockets are going to be pushing hard for that playing spot, and who knows, maybe they could get it, maybe they can't, we'll see. But from my point of view, this is fantastic, because if you look at KPJ trajectory, he still has all-star potential. I even go to all-NBA potential. If in 2 years' time he's a 22 point per game guy, 7 assists, he's getting paid an unguaranteed $18 million a year for being an all-star. This contract for the Houston Rockets, I can't stress enough how important, how just massive it is, because not only are you kind of tying down a future star to a very team-friendly contract, if the Rockets start contending in a few years, this is going to make you very flexible in terms of cap space, because who knows, you may have JG, KPJ, Tari and Jabari all balling, but you may need to go and get that extra guy in free agency. Team-friendly contracts like this can genuinely help you have more roster flexibility and just help you out in the future, especially with the trajectory of the salary cap, in which guys nowadays are getting paid $40 million. Jalen Brunson's getting 30. This contract is so cheap. Like, I'm telling you right now, we're going to look back at this contract in 3 years' time and be like, wow, KPJ may have got fleeced, but hey, we're not complaining. I'm sure this contract will work out for both sides, and I'm looking forward to see what the Rockets can be this upcoming season. Let me know what you guys feel about this contract in the comment section down below. I'm happy KPJ is staying in the H for a few more seasons, and I'm sure many more wins to come, and hopefully a few playoff series and playoff wins in the process. But thank you guys for watching this video. I'm out. Peace.